when you go on the road, and this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Rentschler Field in East Hartford, home to the Yukon Huskies. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Yukon Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Huskies offense will get first crack at it today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. That last completion sets him up on second down. The run from the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Smith dropping to pass. He unleashes a long one. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Yukon will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And this punt will be down just inside the 30-yard line. So Texas's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down. Taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Off the RPO, complete. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the ankle.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone.
Breaks into the open. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They've got the screen set up. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put...
Touchdown, Longhorns! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The UConn offense goes back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled their last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I think a lot of fans were hoping that this offense maybe made some adjustments considering how much they struggled the last time they took the field. And early in this first quarter, it still seems like they're trying to iron some things out, just not clicking the way they need to be.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. UConn will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And they'll just down it right there.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you can tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Wants to go up top on first down. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incomplete.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He's going to take off. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Just a short pass to the tight end. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
And the Longhorns, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He's got it on the move. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ncaa going back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Off the play fake on first down to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the first quarter.
Smith wants to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Ncaa will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the ball comes to rest right there.
What a really good job by the punt team. Listen, you put all your speed, your athletes, a lot of starters are on these teams now in college football, and that's the reason why. You need these guys to go down, make plays, try to tackle these elusive guys in the open field. And, hey, even cause a turnover, that's just gravy.
Hauls it in. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't gonna happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
To the air on first down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up.
There he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Just going to keep it after the snap. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Looking to throw. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet here.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ncaa offense goes back to work. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I...
Turning it on!
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Ncaa will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Offside defense.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up 1st and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 81.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ncaa going back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Here comes the Texas offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Got the big tight end on the corner route. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. Breaks into the open. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorns! Texas fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. K-State has the lead right now. The Little Apple has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 10 over Buffalo. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Hey. Let's go.
Smith dropping to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Under fire. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
This punt will be down just inside the 40-yard line. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. At midfield, he's got room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
On the ready?
The Longhorns, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick them up and put them down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you could tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Quarterback will keep it. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Number 10 with the carry.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Texas 42, Ncaa 0.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They're starting this drive with a massive lead and they just want to finish strong. On the move. There he goes. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
This is a designed run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The give to the tailback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
The defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Pressure coming, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose, and the defense got it. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UConn going back to work on offense. And after that last turnover, David, prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And linebackers are so fast nowadays, so multiple. They can do so many different things. Not only do they play the run, but if I need you to go get a sack, I can just send you. Send one of those fast linebackers that can rush the quarterback.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. They're going to mark this one at the 15.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake, flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football on that play.
1 man in the backfield, and he gets it. Got the first down and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that, turning it on. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
They're not even trying to do anything.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. Slithers into space. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The UConn offense goes back to work. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got the back in the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
On his way back from the 20. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Makes the grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
To the ground. He's got it again. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit, because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, I got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in this league.
Going back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Looking to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
What is the confidence level right now of this offensive play caller and this quarterback after being sacked 3 times in a row? They simply cannot block these guys up front on defense.
And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Quick release by the QB. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Just steamrolling the defense. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. He is delivering the blow while running the ball, and he gets it to the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll try the run. Finding open areas. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. I can't say I've seen this strategy before, but they're showing punt on first down. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Wide open downfield. Got a lot of room to the right. 10. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. Goes to the option. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense is.
There he goes. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Texas.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Let's go. The toss to the right. Open space at the 25. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.